Hello viewers, this is Easy to Learn Microsoft Excel Lesson 5, the final lesson in the lecture series of Mastering the Basics of Microsoft Excel. I'm your instructor again, Vincent Hope. So in this lesson, we're going to be learning the following: how to align and change color of data and cells, how to merge and add borders to cells, how to restrict, find and replace data, how to fill cells with number, then how to insert page numbers, header and footer, then print normally and also using grid lines, then finally you have a text exercise where you can test your skills. So quickly, let's go from the very beginning. Align and change color of data and cells. So switch to Excel. Now, to learn this, we can see that when you type, the numbers are aligned to your right, while the letters are aligned to your left. Now, let me highlight this. If I want to align data to change the alignment, I come to this point. You see, align text left. I click it here. It moves the numbers to the left. Align center, click it to the center. Align right, click it to the right. The same thing goes for your text data. Highlight it. Your line is already on left. You can center it. You can also take it to the right. So I'll take it back to the left. So that's how you align data. Now, how do you color data? The text is already highlighted. I come to this icon here where it says what? Font color. Click. I can select any color I desire. I decide to select blue color. You can see it's in blue color. If I highlight this, and I decide come to font color, decide to select the red color. It gives me the red color. Now I have highlighted, I have colored the text of the data. Now let me color the cells. Now the other icon next to the font color is called fill color. It fills the cells with color. If I highlight it, I select a particular color. Maybe I select yellow. So it fills the entire cells with the color that you select. So that is how to align and also color data and cells. So we go to the next one, to merge or add borders to cell. Merge and add borders to cell. Now, if you notice, lesson 5 is on A1, the first cell here. It is not on B1, it's not on C1, it's not on G1. Now, but if I decide to center this text, lesson 5, so that it can fill the heading to cover this 4 headings, so that it will become central, I will highlight this cell, 4 cells on top of it. Then I come to this here, click here, and you see merge and center. Merge and center. I click merge and center, it brings the text to this point. Merge and center. So that's how you merge and center text. Okay? That's how you merge cells. Now, let's come to the next thing is to add borders to cells. Now, if you want to see how this looks like on a plain paper, you click Office button, you click Select Print, you come to Print Preview. I click it, you can see it has no grid lines, it has no borders. So I can close. If I decide to add grid lines or borders to this data on Excel, I can decide to highlight all the data together. I come to this point here where it says bottom, or let me just put it here. This is bottom border, but it's the option for borders. I click it, there are different options. So I can say put all borders. I put all borders. You can see, I click outside, you can see it's a bit different, it has been added. Let me show you. Office button, select print, print preview. You can see all the borders have been highlighted, added. Now let me close it. Let me undo. Let me add a specific border. I can highlight the last one so that I can add my total score. I highlight the last immediately below the data. I come to this place. Now I want to get the total score. I can come to this place and say here, top and or let me come to the next one, top and double bottom border. See it? Top and double bottom border. And I click it. I click outside. You can see that they're giving me top and double bottom border. I check it. Select print preview. You can see how it looks like in Excel. So, close this. This is how to add borders using this icon here. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Let's go to the word. Now to restrict and find and replace data. Restrict data, find and replace. Now, if I have a column where I want a particular set of data to be entered, for example, I don't want any number greater than 10. I can decide to highlight that column, for example, and go to data, then come here to data validation. I click it, the arrow in front of it, and I select the option data validation. Click. Now it tells me settings. Now it says allow. What is already there is any value. I can change it. I can say select. I want just whole numbers. Enter. You can enter whole numbers, decimal list, and the rest of it. But let me take whole numbers. Whole numbers. Then it says data between minimum. I can say 1, maximum, and I can say 10. Now, so that means the only data that will allow is the number between 1 and 10. Then I can select an error alert, meaning what should it tell me if somebody tries to enter the wrong or a number greater than 10. I can type maximum, it can return maximum number exceeded. You can type anything you want, but this is what I'm going to use for this practice. Maximum number exceeded. Am I correct? So it's called exceeded. Okay, let's use it like that. Then I click OK. Now this is the range of data I selected. This is the cells of data I selected. So I type in 1, there is no problem. I type in 5, there is no problem. I type in 65. And I press click and play. You see what it says? It says maximum data number exceeded because I restricted the data to 1 to 10. So, and the cancel. I try to enter 77. Same thing gives me. I cancel. I try to enter 7. You can see it allows me to enter. So that is how you restrict the data. I can unrestrict it. I can come back here, highlight this column here. It's already on data. I look for data validation. Click it. It is data validation. Click it. I can come to settings. Then I now come to allow any value. Click it. Then I click OK. Now I enter 100. Let's enter. You can see it allows me to do so. So that's how to restrict data. Then the next thing we're going to do is how to find and replace data. So you have a large set of data, maybe 200, 1 million, 1 billion. And you're seeking to replace, for example, all the records of first people called David with a particular name, maybe James. So what you do is come to home, click home, menu, then go down, find and select. It looks like a binocular icon, click it, then click find, for example. So if you click find, you can see where it is now tells you the hide window is find and replace. So find what? I can say find David's through all the data, then replace with James. So now come here and click replace. If it's only one, then if there are many, you say replace all. So let's just click replace. You can see here the data that was David's here changed to what? James. Let me undo it so you can see it. You can see it was David, and I click replace, change to James. So anywhere there is to find David on this sheet, this function is going to replace it with James. Okay, so we're done with that. Now, the next thing we have to learn is to fill cells with numbers. Now, you can decide to type numbers yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will take a long time. So there's a way you can do it with Microsoft Excel. I come to this place, I type 1, I type 2. Now, if I type the first two numbers I want in the manner they should go, I highlight it, I highlight the two of them, and I come to the edge, close to the black cross, I highlight and I drag it. You can see it continues in that format. Let's use another format to fill numbers. Click here, type 2, I type 4. These are the two numbers. I want to go step 2, so I highlight it, bring it here, highlight it. You can see the difference. 2, 4, 6, 8. So any step you want. If I want step 5, and I type 10, I highlight the 2, and I drag it. You can see different steps. So that's how to fill data. Okay, then we're done with that. Fill cells with numbers. Let's come down. Insert page numbers and header and footer. Now, page numbers, headers, and footers. I want to insert a page number so you can see how it will appear when it's printed out. Let me show you how it looks like. Usually, office button, print preview. There is no header. There is a number that is a footer which was inserted previously, but not in this lesson. So I close it. Let me insert a header. I click Insert Menu. Insert Menu. Come to Header and Footer. I click Header. Okay. It now says Add a header. I can say if this is restricted records, I can type restricted. So the header will be called restricted and it will appear on every page. Then I will go to this point and say go to footer. Go to footer. The footer, I can decide to add a page number. I just click page number, which is already there to give you this ampersand and this page. It tells you a number will be there. If you don't want page number, you can remove the page number if you decide to, and type records if you decide to. That is what we show. Then you click outside of it, then press escape and scroll up. Now see restricted on every page. Let me come, click office button, print preview. Then you can see restricted and records. Okay, you want page numbers to be added. If you are still on insert, you come to header and footer, click it. So if you want page number on top, you click page number. You can see it changes to page, and you click inside. You can see the page number is there. This is page 1, this is page 2. So on each page, if you want to put the page number down, when you click insert, you come to header and footer, page number is already there. Then you come to go to footer, click it. Then you insert page number in the footer. Then you click outside, see it's there. So let's check it out. Office button, print preview. So let's go up, scroll up. You can see pages. There's a page number up. Let me zoom it down. Come here, display zoom minus. Okay, let me zoom icon, plane, zoom. Okay, look at it. Print one here, so you can see sure. So close it. That's about that. Okay, so finally, what we're going to do, the last thing we're going to do in this lesson is to print normally and print with grid lines. So let's switch to Excel. Let's scroll up. Okay, to print a document is the same way you print in every Microsoft Office software, almost the same procedure. So let's just go there. You make sure your printer is already connected. Click Office button, come to print. Then you can just click the print icon or option or menu. Select it. Now select the printer. This is HP LaserJet Professional Level 02. That's the one we're using here, or you can select if you have other options. HP Jet P105, any one you desire to use. So you click it, you select it. This is where you enter the number of copies. You can increase the size to 2 copies, 3 copies. Then you also have, what do you want? You're on the active sheet, where means you're on sheet 1. Then, or selection means you highlighted a particular section to be printed. So let's say active sheet. Then you come here and you click OK to send it to the printer. You see that it says printing. So that's what you're going to do. But this is how it's going to print out. If you click Office button, select, then select Print Preview. This is how your document will come out. You can see that there are no grid lines on top of the document. So if you want to insert grid lines, now you're on Print Preview, you come to Page Setup. Page Setup. You click Page Setup. You can see under Page Setup, it tells you what kind of orientation. Do you want it portrait, which is straight, or landscape turned in this direction? This is landscape, portrait. Okay. Now margins not really important. Let's header and footer. You can see the header we have added there and the footer are already there. You can still, if you want to change it here, for example header, you can change, you can put it, you can say page 1 Excel lesson 5 as the header, and select this option. It is what is going to happen, show on each of the printed documents. The same thing with the footer. If I want the footer to be, for example, prepared by ISP computers, or page 1 Excel lesson 5, whatever you choose, it will just show there. Now, the most important thing why I brought you here was to click on this sheets. Remember, it is Page Setup that brought out this window. So these sheets, if I click grid lines will allow Excel to print the grid lines that you see when you're working with an Excel sheet. Now you click OK. Now you can see it is here. The grid lines are showing. Then we go back. We Page Setup on Sheets. I remove the grid lines. I click OK. And see they are not available again. So if you want to print with grid lines, you come to Page Setup under Print Preview. Click grid lines. Click OK. Then you can now either go directly to print or close the print preview. So this is what you have learned in lesson 5. You have learned to align and change color of data. You have learned to merge and add borders to cells. You have learned to restrict and find and replace data. You have learned to fill cells with number. You have learned to insert page numbers and header and footer page normally and with very great lines. So, the final thing I will encourage you to do in this lesson is to test your skills. How do you test your skills? I have an exercise for you to practice all that you have learned from every of the lessons from lesson 1 to lesson 5. Now, I said prepare a salary payroll of Popular USA Incorporated for 30 steps. This is the name, basic salary, transport allowance, housing allowance, risk fee, total pay, tax, net pay, staff position. So it fix any basic salary for each staff. I should not be more than, not be, let me add this, more than 15,000, okay? Then fix a transport allowance as 57% of the basic salary, fix housing allowance as 10% of basic salary, risk fee, you can put it as a fixed fee of 5,000, then total pay, basic, which is going to be base salary plus transport plus housing plus risk fee, then tax 50% of total pay, net pay with total pay minus tax. Then you work out each staff position according to their salaries. So the next thing you will do is to plot a bar graph that will show you the summary of the payroll. Then number 3, rename sheet 2 on your workbook as personal record. Copy and paste the name of all the employees from sheet 1 and add 3 columns for address, date of birth, and state of origin for each staff. Okay? Then, now, fourth thing you do is prepare a school result sheet for 15 students of your choice, any school you decide to, that will contain all the courses that you have done. The result will contain the total score, average, grade, and rank. So, these are the exercises that I want you to practice, and I'm encouraging you to practice, so that you can test your skills of what you have learned in all these 5 series of lessons. Hopefully, when you do that, you will know that you have mastered the basics of Microsoft Excel. So, if you have any questions, you have anything you want to share, please subscribe, share, make your comment, contact us directly, and hopefully we should be able to answer your questions. So thank you for staying with us. We'll see you in our next lecture series. In other subjects we'll be treating. My name remains Vincent Hope. See you in the next lesson series. Thank you.
It's time to turn that dream of yours into reality. That's what we do at Entrepreneurship TV. We're trying to build the next generation of entrepreneurs and business leaders by equipping them with the right skills and knowledge they require to become all they've ever dreamed about. So you can help us to become part of this awesome journey by getting us to 1 million subscribers. All you need to do is to subscribe, watch this video, subscribe, like, share on your social media handles. You can also reach us for any kind of training, whether online training, workshops, or seminars by reaching us on our WhatsApp with number 080-2372-4609 or call us on 080-9979-7980 or email us at vincent.entrepreneurshiptv@gmail.com. So, thank you for watching. My name is Vincent Hope. Do have a blessed day.